Hello YouTube and welcome to another Redis tutorial. So in this video I will show you some new features and commands that were introduced in Redis 6.2. So are you ready? Let's get started. So first thing first, let's connect to our Redis server using the Redis CLI. Okay, and let's verify now that we have actually Redis version 6.2. So I will issue the command info server. Here we go. So you can see here that I'm using Redis version 6.2.5. So I'm ready to go. So the first command that is introduced in 6.2 is the set get command. So first of all, let me show you, for example, the keys I have here. So I have here three keys: address, age, and name. So if I want to get a previous value of a key and to set a new one, I have actually to use two commands. So I have first to get, for example, the previous command or the previous value. So let's get the value for the key name. Okay, so it's Thomas, and let's set the new value for the key name. So I'll have to issue the command set name, and let's set it to max, for example. Okay, so you see here that I have actually executed two commands in order to get the previous one and to set the new one. But in version 6.2 we can do this with simple command. So simply you set the key value here. So I will set the value for the key name, for example, to Julia. Okay, and also I can get the previous one. So this is the set get command that was introduced in version 6.2. Here we go. So this is the previous command that I get, and of course I set it the new value, which is Julia. So I can verify that using the get key, and you see that indeed I have Julia. So with the set get command I can get the previous one and set the new value for our key. Okay, another thing that was introduced in this version 6.2. So previously you can set the expire time in second for a key. For example, I can set the value for the age. So for example, I will set the value for the age to 25, and with the command X I can specify the expire time in seconds. So for example, let's set it to 20 seconds. So if I do a TLL to this age, you can see TTL, actually you can see that the value is increased and now it's 3. And of course now I can't get the value because the 20 second has expired. So if I get the value of the key age, I will get null because it have expired. Okay, but here we specify actually the expire time in seconds. Okay, so in version 6.2 actually now we can set or specify a timestamp. Okay, so I can set a key to expire in specific time, but here I have to provide the timestamp. Okay, so in order to get the timestamp, there is a lot of websites when you can set up or convert a human date, for example, to a timestamp. So here, for example, with this website you can convert here a human time, for example here the year, the month, the day and hour, and I can simply hit this human date to timestamp and I can get the timestamp here. So you can just copy this timestamp and use it with the new command So this new command is actually xat. So let's set the timestamp for the key edge. So I will set to 30 and I will use the new command which is actually expire at. And here all I have to do is to paste the timestamp. Here we go. So now ttl to h, I get actually a timestamp, not some seconds. Okay, so this is a very interesting command that you can use in order to set up a key to expire in a certain date or time, specific date or time. Okay, another feature that was actually introduced in this version 6.2 is actually to get a value of a key and to set also the expire time. Okay, so in order to get a value for a key, for example, let's get the value, but at the same time we can get also the timestamp. So I'll use here the get ex for our edge key, for example here. So you can see here that we have an edge of 30. Okay, I can also get the value of a key and to delete it immediately. Okay, so for example, let's set here the expire time for the edge. So we can set the edge. So let's set the edge to this time to 40, and I can also set the expire at a certain value. Here we go, like that. Okay, so if you get this value now, edge, we can see that I have a value of 40. Another interesting command is to get a value and to delete the key corresponding to it immediately. For example, I can use the command getDel for the edge. So this command which allows me to get the value of the edge and to delete it immediately. Here we go. So I have here 40, and now if I get the edge, you see that I don't have any key with the name of age. Okay, another interesting command that was introduced in version 6.2 is actually related to hashes. So for example, let me set a hash. So a hash is a pretty interesting data type in Redis for representing objects. For example, I can hash set, let's say employee, for example. Okay, so I will use here the key, for example, name. I will set it to Amina, for example. I can also, for the same here hash employee, I can set the age. Let's make it 26. Okay, and also I can get or actually set the address for this employee to something like 33 building 6. You can also set up a new field, for example city. I'll set it to New York, for example. New York. Okay, so to get all these fields, you know that we can use the command hash get all for our key employee. Okay, so here you can see that I have 8 fields that were introduced in this hash value. But with this new command, which is HRANDFIELD, actually get a random field for our hash. Okay, so for example here for the employee, and here I can specify how many random field that I want. For example, if I want just one random field, I have to put here 1. So here it gives me 30. If I want 2, I can get 2. So here it gives me address and name. I can even get 3 if I want. So here I have city, name, and the age, etc. So with this new command that were introduced in Redis 6.2, I can use this command in order to get random fields. I can even get also the values of these keys. Okay, so if I want, for example, 3 fields with its values, all I have to do here is to add with values. So with this command I will get 3 random fields for the hash employee and with its values. Okay, here we go. So here you can see the address, which has a value of 33 building 6. I have also the city, which has a value of New York, and the age, which has a value of 26. I can get just 2 if I want, or just 1 with its value. Here we go. I have the city with the value of New York. Okay, so this is also a pretty interesting command that was introduced in version 6.2. Okay, so that was just a brief introduction of some interesting command that were introduced in this Redis version 6.2. As always, I hope that has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.